Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, you guys have not seen my field since we've gotten it planted. And look, I got corn up. And honestly, it looks pretty good right now. We have really good emergence so far. I'm just basically gonna walk out and kind of check some things. This was still pretty wet. If you guys remember in this video, I had a tile issue, had a local guy come out and repair some tile. You can kind of see he actually had to splice some stuff, had a plug. Hicks got a piece of tile chunk right there. But if you remember, this was all saturated, had water sitting, and that's good because there's no water here anymore. You know, we had a little clumpy here because of that, so we're gonna have a little bit poor emergence here. But you go out here a little ways, and honestly, this corn looks fantastic. So, tillage practice, this was hit with a vertical till earlier this spring, back in February. Right here is the vertical till line, so this is more no-till. And then this was actually worked. We actually worked once around the outside, worked that entire piece because it was pretty weedy. So Pat actually planted it 10 days ago, and we sprayed it 5 days ago. So you can kind of see the weeds are starting to die off pretty nicely, which is good because we need these suckers to die. We have some pretty bad ragweed spots that I'll show you once we drive back there. You can kind of see right there is some pretty bad ragweed. Might have to come out here and shred it. So, but for the most part, I am very happy. The plants or the stand I had last year was pretty poor, to be honest, guys. So we already had a much better start to the growing season. We got it in a couple days earlier than last year, had a much better start, had some good fertilizer applications. If you guys remember, I have a couple trials going on out here. Well, the main one being a fertilizer trial with a channel partner of mine. We'll get into that. I actually just got the phone call with them. We're planning a crop scouting visit sometime in mid-June, so you guys are really going to look forward to that. It's going to have some really awesome info. But like I said, starting off a better position than last year, and the yield shocked me how well it did last year. We grew 200 bushel corn, and it looked very poor. So we're starting off on the right foot. Obviously, we are always in the hands of Mother Nature, so it's just going to depend on how we do. It's really up to the good Lord above to kind of determine how we do this year, but for the most part, we're looking pretty good. So I'm actually up on my way to the farm. We're hopefully going to be chopping hay. We've actually been cutting hay the last 2 days. So we're hopefully going to be chopping some hay this afternoon. If not, I might be doing some spraying. Here you can kind of see a lot of that ragweed is dying already, but I have a little bit right here. I probably need to come down and shred that way because it's getting pretty bad. But for the most part, like I said, guys, I'm really happy with the stand down here. It looks phenomenal so far. Just got done cutting another strip of hay. Guess what? We're getting the chopper all ready to go. Might even be chopping this afternoon. So we're actually getting the chopper ready. We're missing a piece. We think it might be up at Kernel, so doing that. Curtis is actually level. Gosh dang it. Did not want to do that. Curtis is actually leveling off the pit because we're going to put haylage on top of the silage and put that in the pit when we chop our 50 acres of hay. Nathan's going to run up to Bellevue to start cutting hay up there, and then I don't know if I'm going to spray or what I'm going to do, but we're going to figure something out. Might even start chopping this afternoon. Here comes Darren. He's bringing the 706. We're actually going to stick that thing on the old rake. Yeah, we have an older rake. And we're gonna have Darren probably get raking. Might even give him a camera for today. All of our hay tools out. So we got our 2 chopper boxes out here. We got those 2, and we'll use the chopper truck when we need to. Some hay we're gonna chop 20 miles away, so we'll need all 3 things running. That'll probably be tomorrow though. Probably at best today, we'll just basically get everything going. Get everything ready to go, I should say. But hopefully we can get everything raked up. That tire right there has 0 air, so have to watch that one. So how this rake works, it's ground drive back here. See that shaft going in between? The faster you drive, the faster this thing spins in reverse and just kicks it to the side. This tire's seen better days. Valve stem broke off, so there's nothing on there. She'll turn.
Is it a tube tire? It's got a tube in it.
Does it?
But that's where the valve stem's at, isn't it?
I was gonna say the valve stem. Yeah, it does have a tube. Jesus! I'm gonna go get a kernel processor. It's actually what cracks the kernels in a chopper. Those up at Kernel's getting rebuilt, I believe. Getting that off the truck. That's a kernel processor. Basically goes right before the end of the spout and crushes all the kernels. You want your kernels crushed because it basically breaks open the corn kernels and lets the starch free, and essentially lets the cows get as much moisture or nutrients out of the corn as possible. If they didn't, there would, you know, when you eat a lot of corn and there's whole kernels of corn in your feces, that's essentially the same thing. We don't want that. Right there's where it goes, right before the chute into the spout. We're just taking it out and just putting an insert in. That'll work. Okay, so because we got an old auger here that already has 4-inch, that's good. Whoa, look at all those suckers. No thanks. I got the tire off. Good. Bring it. I ain't scared of you. That's what I thought. There you can kind of see Curtis leveled off the silage pit, so we're just able to drive straight down it. Once we can get... Just kidding. It's just too small. I have to replace it. Dang it, Darren. This one should work. A little bit bigger. Sharpening knives. She'll work, but she'll be close to rubbing. While we sharpen our knives, this is what I does the chopping. Very slowly goes across and sharpens these knives up. Just put a new spout on. The corn spout, you want it to neck in. That way it's just a tighter throw. But a haylage spout, if you have that corn one on, it'll plug. So you want this one wider, as opposed to that one that necks in. This one necks out. Nobody's zinging with the pressure. So we're just getting the chopper finished up and switched over. Curtis is working on the 340, getting the blade all greased up. He's gonna go hook the blade up here soon. I'm kind of like Hart's gopher because I have no idea what I'm doing. Never really worked on the chopper, so I'm not really here during the summer a whole lot. I'm gonna go help Curtis get the blade hooked on. That's definitely a two-person job if possible. Easy as that. Grease the blade. Chopper's all ready to go. I'm gonna hook on the heads. Gotta get the hay head that's in the back. That's the corn head in the front there. I'm gonna go check on Darren. There's really not a lot of better smells than freshly cut hay. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. The beans are looking phenomenal. This is our first planted beans, and shoot, they're already at R2. That's awesome for us. Here's a good example of what we're doing. We're basically just taking these small rows of grass and merging them together. That way we're taking less trips with the chopper, because it's a lot more cheaper to run that small tractor, it's basically free, than the expensive chopper. So the less passes and less hours you put on the chopper, the better. I just checked SnapMap. I was was looking for Darren, but Darren's already done. It looks like he was back here, so we'll find out if he's actually done. See if it says I don't see him. Here we go. This thing hasn't seen daylight in 2 years. Yeah, we haven't chopped hay for 2 years, so yeah, we're gonna give her a shot. Pat's gonna hook on a wagon, Darren's gonna run a wagon with the 190. And we're gonna get chopping. You know the hydraulic hose goes in the tractor, right? You sure? That's probably, yeah, that's too small. Here we go. Go time. Checking the fuel on this guy. Fuel's good. Darren's fueling up. I am gonna start this guy up. Getting ready to roll. Ready to go. So I'm gonna be driving the chopper truck, but first, Pat took a wagon out with him. I'm actually gonna go bring that wagon back so we don't have to go get it in the morning. Hopefully he's already got a half full wagon. Doubt it, but hopefully. We got hay missing. So Pat's already worked his way down there. We are chopping. First hay in 2 years. You kind of see one here, not one here anymore. All that chopper does is picks up hay and spits it into the wagons. Kind of right up there doing the steep part. And the wagon's just about full. Hey. The reason why we have 3 axles or wagons for our wagons instead of trailers, because we can do something exactly like this. Pat can just hook on and go chop a load by himself while we're getting stuff ready or while we're opening stuff up. It's just so much easier to be able to do that, as opposed to if we had trailers, we'd always have to have them hooked onto something. We couldn't unhook. So that's kind of why we have trailers. A little bit more of a pain in the neck. You can't really back up with them very easily, but it works. Him and Darren are gonna go. I'm gonna go take this thing in and go get the chopper truck. So there they go. There's not a lot better than fresh cut hay. Fresh chopped hay too. Yum. Okay, there they go. I extended the tongue, so now I'll back up and get going. First time this tractor's ever pulled a chopper box. About probably 15 ton back there, so a good amount. Making her way back. This thing's handling her with ease. Figured she would, because this tractor is identical size to our loader tractor, so didn't think it'd be too big of an issue. Just taking her time for her maiden voyage. No problem, man. It's actually a pretty sweet combo, the blue tractor with the red chopper box. Definitely gonna post that sucker on Insta. You guys should check us out if you don't already. No fluids, everything's aired up. Tires are good. Let's hit the road in this 0 AC unit. Grind until you find them, I suppose. I haven't driven this thing in a while. So this thing's a 10 speed. Just drive it like normal. Let's get going. Pull out of the way for them. Darren's gonna go dump and we're gonna keep going. That was my turn, so he's got to spout straight back. It's because we're gonna basically go up a little waterway to go to the next field. We basically we cut down that. We're gonna chop that tomorrow, and we're also gonna chop a couple places. So we'll probably be chopping all day tomorrow and a little bit on Friday too, I'd guess. So we got this whole waterway done and that little spot up there. Now we're gonna go up the hill and kind of do everything back there. It's gonna be fun. So because he's shooting over my cab, I gotta put the window up, so it's gonna be a little warm. Because that's exactly why. And I just gotta stay close to him as we go up this waterway and open up this field. Making it rain. Kind of see we're getting a lot of it, but there's a lot of light chaff that's just kind of falling off. But a lot of it's getting in there. Also, we only have one windrow, so when you're running at less of a feed rate, it doesn't have as big of a stream, or as good of a stream, so it's just gonna go everywhere. Picking up the hay, chopping up, and tossing her in. You love all this chopper sounds. Belgium power. It was built in Belgium for 2010. We're pretty full. Kind of boogie oogie oogie, head back. Yep. Fresh haylage. Oh man, there's no way we're gonna keep up to Pat. Now he also didn't put a full load on Darren, but yeah, Darren's already coming back full. Full wagon always has the right of way. I'm guessing that tractor is not of AC because he's cut his shirt off. That's always fun, backing into a corner down the hill. Beans are looking fantastic. I can't underestimate that. Understate that. Oh man, allergies suck. And I didn't take my medicine this morning, so that's fun. Ugh. I love hay, but it does not love me. This is our silage bunker. We're just putting haylage on it because they're very similar as far as what they do. All that's chopped already. And we're making our way around the outside. This piece right here should be done about hopefully a half hour or so. So Pat plugged right there. Sometimes he gets quite a bit of stuff. He's just slowly feeding her in. These bean fields are clean. That's what I like to see. Couple of these weeds, whatever they are. But honestly, I'm always impressed with how clean bean fields stay, at least right away. The residual stays very good. So he just jerks her back and forth, feeds, unfeeds, feeds, unfeeds. There he's good to go. So that happens usually if there's a big chunk, he doesn't see it. That machine can take a lot, but it can't take everything. There they are, coming along. You can chop right around 4 miles an hour or so. That's what we end up doing. He just slowly works it back and forth. Spits out what he can. Time today probably. There we go. We are unloaded. We'll go park this thing and maybe go unload my dad's wagon. That way it's unloaded for tomorrow. Go grab the old New Holland, hook it up. I gotta hook up hoses to it because we use hydraulic flow to basically run the motor in the back, just basically dump everything out. And then I gotta scram because I'm making pork chops on the grill tonight for the wifey. Q. So that truck's parked. We'll go dump this load. Dumping. So I'll dump and just kind of drive up and around. Sweet. Good enough. Okay, time to roll. Pretty good day of chopping. We got about roughly, I don't know, 15 acres chopped off, maybe a little bit more. So that's a good start, especially because we haven't ran hay through our chopper in 2 years. So tomorrow should be a bigger day. We should be able to get going right around lunchtime. Probably our biggest bottleneck is going to be people. So we still need to keep cutting hay because, I mean, that's what Nathan was doing all day today. We need to keep cutting hay probably until lunch, and then we'll shut the mower down. We need Curtis in the pusher, Pat in the chopper. I need to be in a chopper box. Nathan will need to be in a chopper box, and Darren needs to be in a chopper box once we get farther away. But the problem is we got to keep raking ahead of it. That little rake we got, it's nice because we can basically turn 3 windrows into 1, basically just go down and back and dump them in a third windrow. So that's nice. Our other rake can only do 2 into 1, and it creates a lot more dirt and dust. So that's not ideal. So we have to do the slow way. So because of that, someone's basically gonna have to be on that rake pretty much all day, which sucks. So we'll see what we have to end up doing. So because of that, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do. Might have to ask my dad. Might just only be able to run 2 chopper boxes, and Pat will be sitting a little bit, especially when we get a little farther away. So I don't know, but that's a tomorrow problem, guys. Honestly, today was a pretty good day. We were going to take it as is, and I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.